Now, also looking for investments is Nazara Technologies, the mobile gaming and sports media company, saying last week it set aside $100 million to expand domestically as well as in Europe and North America. And very pleased to welcome Nitish Mittersain, is the joint MD and CEO at Nazara Technologies and is joining us live from the States. Nitish, thanks so much for being here. Now, obviously you've got a number of gaming apps in your portfolio. You've also got a very successful sports media side of your business as well. So in terms of this newly earmarked 100 million, what specifically, if you can, are you looking for and where?
Hi, thank you for having me. So from a Nazara perspective, we see significant opportunities in scaling up through acquisitions. And in the last few years, we've done that very successfully with many of our businesses. So we're particularly looking at acquiring game studios which have established IPs, not only in India, but globally, especially those that are focused on the North American market. Nazara has a significant amount of revenues, over 40% that come from the North American market. And that looks like an attractive opportunity to us. So any studios that have established game IPs, we are looking at. And also studios that are working on new technologies such as Web3, virtual reality, and also using AI extensively to develop their games or engage with the users. Yeah.
I was just going to ask you, in that respect, are you looking at, a kind of a roll-up strategy, like trying to find, smaller sized developers that you can then, the sum of parts and aggregate model, or are you looking for, one big deal? Because I would imagine that, 100 million isn't huge. We're not talking about, you're not going to be buying EA Sports, for example. But just in terms
Sure.
of how are you looking at playing it in, is it a roll-up, or are you looking at, one big target in mind?
I would imagine it would probably comprise of maybe one or two transactions that we would look at. We're not looking at very small transactions. So I think one or two would probably be our focus to try and get done.
And in terms of, I suppose, the way in which game development has been changing, how important has been the role of AI? Because, you've got a raft of these game developers suggesting that they're going to be, cutting headcount because they can apportion all of the workflow, or a lot of the workflow, onto AI. Is that something as well that you're, really pushing towards in your own operations? Because I would imagine that, the cost savings that you can make on one side could then, lead to the ability to further acquire small firms and just integrate them into your processes.
Yes, I believe AI will be quite a game changer when it comes to, developing or the process of making games, whether it's about coding or QA or also the graphics that you create for games. It's early days still. At a Nazara perspective, we are, exploring various opportunities, but it's not all about just cost optimization. I think AI can also help you do a lot more faster in terms of, for example, when it comes to graphic creation, you can have, a multitude of options much more rapidly. And therefore, I see more explosion in terms of, for example, creativity using AI. So yes, very excited about it for gaming. I think it will be a game changer for us.